Today, we're bringing you some critical health information straight from the medical world. It appears that senior women are experiencing faster weight gain than any generation before them, and it's not simply a matter of willpower. Doctors have a name for this phenomenon: metabolic drift. While it might sound complex, the simple truth is that your body gradually shifts gears as you age. Hormones change, muscles tend to shrink, and your digestion slows down. Experts are now sounding the alarm about 6 common, subtle, everyday mistakes that are secretly disabling your body's fat-burning processes, slowing down your metabolism, and ultimately causing women over 60 to store fat, even when they believe they are eating healthily. What's truly concerning is that many of these mistakes are disguised as good habits, the very things you've been told are beneficial for decades. Consider this striking research from Tufts University, which reveals that women over 60 burn approximately 400 fewer calories each day compared to when they were in their 30s, even if their activity levels remain the same. To put that into perspective, 400 calories can be the difference between maintaining a lean physique and slowly gaining a pound of weight every 9 days. In this discussion, we will uncover all 6 of these crucial mistakes, ranking them from number 6 down to the single most destructive hidden danger that doctors highlight. You might find that mistake number 3 is so incredibly common, it could be happening in your very own home tonight. For your peace of mind, every single study and reference mentioned here is linked in the description, because when it concerns your health, you deserve solid facts, not just fleeting trends. Before we dive into the details, we have a quick question for you. Where are you currently watching from? And what has been the biggest challenge you've faced in managing your weight after 60? Please share your thoughts below. We'll be reading and replying to your comments, as your personal story could potentially inspire and help another woman overcome these silent traps. Now, without any further delay, let's begin by examining mistake number 6, ignoring protein at breakfast and understanding why this quietly leads women over 60 to gain weight. Starting the day with hardly any protein is one of the most widespread errors senior women make. Their breakfast often consists of simple items like toast, cereal, or perhaps just coffee paired with a muffin. While this approach might feel light and safe, it silently but aggressively undermines your metabolism. Protein is not merely for bodybuilders, it is the most vital nutrient for preserving your muscle mass as you age past 60. Your muscles are essentially the engines of your body, responsible for burning calories. When you lose muscle, your body naturally burns fewer calories, which inevitably leads to faster fat accumulation. A significant study from 2015, published in the American Journal of Clinical Nutrition, found that women over 60 who consumed at least 25 grams of protein during breakfast had noticeably more lean muscle mass than those who didn't. Furthermore, these women also burned an additional 100 calories per day. While 100 calories might not seem like a large number, over the course of a year, this small daily difference translates to more than 10 pounds of fat gone without requiring any other dietary changes. Let's look at a real-life example. Diane, 67, genuinely believed her light breakfast of coffee and toast was a healthy choice. However, she consistently felt tired by mid-morning and couldn't understand why her belly fat continued to increase. The day she switched her breakfast to include Greek yogurt with berries and a boiled egg, everything began to change. Within just a few weeks, her energy levels soared, and over several months, her waistline noticeably started to shrink. The scientific principle is straightforward. When you skip protein at breakfast, your body is compelled to break down its own muscle tissue for energy. The less muscle you have, the slower your metabolism becomes. It's comparable to an engine sputtering because its spark plugs have been removed. Protein also plays a crucial role in reducing hunger hormones, meaning that women who skip it at the start of the day often end up overeating later without even realizing it. This particular mistake often goes unnoticed because women mistakenly believe they are cutting calories by having a lighter breakfast. However, the reality is that neglecting protein in the morning sets you up for more fat gain and sustained low energy throughout the entire day. And this is merely the beginning, as mistake number 5 is even more insidious, a habit most senior women practice nightly without a second thought, and it slows their metabolism while they sleep. Mistake number 5 is relying on low-fat packaged foods. For many decades, women were repeatedly told that fat was the primary enemy of their health. Food labels aggressively promoted terms like low-fat and fat-free, as if these words were guarantees of good health. Yet, here's the surprising truth. The majority of low-fat packaged foods are actually traps that cause senior women to gain more weight, rather than helping them lose it. Why is this the case? Because when food manufacturers remove fat from their products, they invariably substitute it with other ingredients to make the food taste appealing, typically refined carbohydrates, sugars, and various chemical additives. A study from the Harvard School of Public Health brought to light that individuals who regularly consumed low-fat snacks and processed foods actually ingested 30% more sugar daily than those who avoided them. And that excess sugar doesn't simply vanish. In senior women, it is primarily stored around the belly, hips, and thighs, accelerating the accumulation of dangerous visceral fat. This problem isn't solely about the numbers on a scale. It's profoundly linked to hormones. After the age of 60, estrogen levels significantly drop, which means your body already faces greater difficulty in effectively managing blood sugar and burning fat efficiently. When you then introduce constant sugar spikes from low-fat yogurt cups, granola bars, or even many salad dressings, you are essentially fostering insulin resistance. This leads to increased fat storage, a sluggish metabolism, and an intense cycle of cravings that can feel impossible to escape. It's not your fault. It's simply how these particular foods are engineered. Consider Helen, 68, from Ohio. For many years, she genuinely believed she was making the best health choice by eating fat-free strawberry yogurt every morning, proudly avoiding what she considered the primary dietary villain, fat. But despite her daily walks, her belly fat steadily accumulated. Her energy levels plummeted, and her doctor issued a warning that her blood sugar levels were approaching pre-diabetic thresholds. When she finally replaced her fat-free yogurt with plain Greek yogurt containing healthy natural fats, her cravings not only calmed down, but within 3 months, she lost 12 pounds without making any other adjustments to her diet. Therefore, the next time you feel drawn to a product boasting a low-fat label, remember that the missing fat has likely been replaced with something far more detrimental to your health. For senior women, this silent mistake can literally determine the difference between maintaining a strong, lean body and facing a slow, frustrating weight gain that seems unresponsive to any dieting efforts. Moving on to mistake number 4, this is a daily habit that many women frequently overlook, yet it subtly programs the body to gain weight even when calorie intake isn't excessive. Not getting enough protein after 60 stands out as a pervasive, silent mistake that insidiously impacts women over this age. For decades, the diet industry ingrained in senior women the idea of fearing calories, cutting portion sizes, and replacing full meals with lighter snacks. However, here's the stark truth. Protein is emphatically not your enemy. In fact, without a sufficient amount of protein, your body begins to burn away vital muscle tissue instead of unwanted fat. This critical process means your metabolism will slow to a crawl, your bones will gradually lose their strength, and your belly fat will continue to expand no matter how little you try to eat. Let's make this concept more relatable. Meet Joyce, 67. For many years, she adhered to what is often considered the classic senior woman's diet: toast and jam for breakfast, a modest salad for lunch, and perhaps a few crackers in the afternoon. By the evening, she consistently felt utterly exhausted, achy, and disheartened by her expanding waistline. Her doctor eventually pointed out that she was only consuming around 40 grams of protein per day, less than half of what her body actually required. When Joyce made the switch to incorporating eggs with spinach in the morning, chicken or lentils at lunchtime, and fish or cottage cheese for dinner, her energy levels dramatically improved. Within 6 months, she successfully lost belly fat, regained significant strength in her legs, and expressed that she finally felt as though her body was working with her rather than against her. This isn't exclusively about weight management. Protein is also essential for fueling the production of critical hormones such as glucagon and various growth factors that play a direct role in regulating fat metabolism. Without an adequate intake, insulin levels can swing wildly out of control, leading to increased fat storage, particularly around the abdomen. Seniors often misinterpret the fatigue, mental fog, and muscle weakness resulting from protein deficiency as simply being part of the aging process. But in reality, it is a form of malnutrition that is cleverly disguised and often overlooked. The solution to this is surprisingly straightforward. Prioritize protein at every single meal. Instead of a bowl of plain cereal, consider adding Greek yogurt. Rather than just buttered toast, opt for eggs. If dinner typically involves only soup, make sure to add a source of lean meat, legumes, or tofu. Every single bite of protein you consume is an investment in your metabolism, your bone health, and ultimately your independence. So, when doctors issue warnings to senior women about unexplained weight gain after 60, inadequate protein intake is consistently one of the very first mistakes they identify, cutting back on protein when your body actually needs it more than ever before. This now brings us directly to mistake number 3, a subtle nighttime habit that quietly causes weight gain even while you are asleep. Before we continue, if you found this video helpful so far, please hit the like button and don't forget to subscribe and activate the bell icon to ensure you don't miss any future videos like this one. Mistake number 3, overeating healthy snacks like nuts. For countless decades, nuts have been marketed and promoted as one of the healthiest snacks available, touted for being packed with protein, fiber, and heart-healthy fats. And it's undeniably true that in small, controlled amounts, they are indeed a fantastic nutritional choice. However, here lies the hidden danger. Even the healthiest nuts remain among the most calorie-dense foods on our planet. Just a single handful of almonds, which amounts to approximately 23 nuts, contains a significant 160 calories. While this might not sound like much at first, most people rarely stop at just one handful. Seniors who mindlessly graze on nuts while watching television or who keep an accessible jar on their kitchen counter can very easily consume 3, 4, or even 5 handfuls without even realizing it. That's an alarming 600 to 800 extra calories in a single sitting, an amount equivalent to an entire fast food meal, but cleverly disguised as a healthy snack. This situation becomes particularly hazardous for women over 60. At this stage of life, metabolism naturally slows down, and the hormonal changes experienced after menopause make fat storage, especially around the belly and hips, far more aggressive. What was once considered a harmless snack now transforms into a silent, potent driver of weight gain. A 2019 study conducted at Harvard discovered that adults who regularly ate nuts but failed to adjust their portion sizes gained, on average, an extra 2 pounds each year, solely due to these surplus calories. Over a 5-year period, this accumulates to an additional 10 pounds, often settling precisely in the areas where women are most desperate to shed weight. The candid truth is that nuts should be regarded and treated much like medicine. The correct dose heals, while the incorrect dose can be detrimental. The absolute key here is meticulous and mindful portion control. For senior women, this means strictly adhering to a small handful, roughly 1 ounce, or an amount that comfortably fits in the palm of your hand, not a never-ending stream of grazing. Pairing nuts with high-water content foods, such as apples or cucumbers, can also effectively help reduce the overall calorie overload while still providing the benefits of healthy fats, protein, and fiber. So, the next time you reach for what you perceive as healthy snacks, remember that even too much of a good thing can silently become the very mistake that prevents you from losing weight. And speaking of habits, our next mistake is one that often occurs in the dark when willpower is at its lowest, and it stands as one of the most frequently overlooked drivers of fat gain in senior women. Mistake number 2 is drinking fruit juices instead of water. One of the subtle but utterly devastating mistakes that many senior women commit on a daily basis is choosing fruit juices over plain water. The labels on these juices often proudly proclaim 100% natural, no added sugar, and packed with vitamins. However, here lies the critical, hidden truth. When it comes to your waistline and your long-term health, drinking fruit juice is frequently no better than consuming soda. Why is this so? Because the juicing process deliberately removes the very component that makes whole fruit beneficial for your metabolism. It's fiber. Fiber plays a crucial role in slowing down the absorption of sugar, which in turn helps keep your blood glucose levels stable and prevents harmful insulin spikes. Without this essential fiber, that glass of orange juice you believed was protecting your heart is, in fact, flooding your bloodstream with a rapid sugar surge. For women over 60, this situation is particularly dangerous. Aging bodies inherently process glucose less efficiently, muscle tissue naturally diminishes, and insulin sensitivity inevitably declines. The alarming result of this combination is a rapid increase in fat storage, especially around the belly. Studies have unequivocally shown that a single 8-ounce serving of apple juice contains approximately 24 grams of sugar, the equivalent of 6 teaspoons, yet offers almost no feeling of fullness or satiety. You will still feel hungry shortly after, but your blood sugar and insulin levels will already be skyrocketing. Take the example of Margaret, a 65-year-old retiree from Florida. She proudly informed her doctor that she abstained from soda and diligently drank orange juice with breakfast every day. Yet despite walking 3 times a week and carefully monitoring her meals, she continued to gain weight. Her fasting blood sugar gradually crept into the pre-diabetic range, and she simply could not comprehend why. When she finally eliminated juice from her diet and switched to plain water and whole fruits instead, the transformations were nothing short of dramatic. Within just 6 months, she lost 12 pounds, her belly fat visibly shrank, and her energy levels significantly improved. Margaret's story is not an isolated incident. Thousands of women over 60 unknowingly fall into this exact same trap on a daily basis. The solution to this pervasive issue is simple yet incredibly powerful. Swap out fruit juice for plain water and whole fruits. A fresh orange, for instance, contains fiber, fewer calories, and leaves you feeling genuinely full. A glass of water effectively hydrates your cells, supports muscle metabolism, and protects your kidneys. And the best part? This seemingly small swap alone can save a senior woman over 25,000 calories each year, which is the equivalent of nearly 8 pounds of fat. If this revelation surprised you, just wait until you uncover the #1 silent mistake, a habit almost every senior woman makes at night, often without even realizing it, and one that can potentially double your fat storage while you are fast asleep. The #1 silent mistake is sitting for long hours. This is the stealthy trap that almost every senior woman unknowingly falls into, spending hours at a time sitting down. Perhaps it's watching television in the evening, immersing yourself in a good book, or even casually scrolling on a tablet. On the surface, it feels harmless, even perfectly restful. However, from a medical standpoint, remaining still for prolonged periods is one of the most potent triggers for weight gain and increased fat storage in women over 60. Why is this the case? Because the human body is fundamentally designed for movement. When you sit for more than 2 hours consecutively, the muscle activity in your legs dramatically decreases. This crucial reduction in activity lowers your calorie burn by up to a remarkable 30%. Furthermore, it effectively shuts down essential enzymes that are normally responsible for processing fat and sugar in your bloodstream. The outcome of this cascade is simple yet dangerous. Sugar levels spike higher, fat is stored much faster, and overall circulation slows down, creating an environment where fat can more easily accumulate around the belly. Consider Linda, 70, who, upon retiring, began spending her afternoons watching TV for 4 or 5 hours straight. She maintained the same eating habits, sometimes even consuming less than when she was younger, yet her belly fat continued its steady increase. Her doctor meticulously explained that it wasn't just her diet contributing to this, it was primarily her prolonged sedentary hours. Once Linda started setting a timer to stand up and walk around for a couple of minutes every 30 minutes, her waistline gradually began to shrink, and she noticed a significant boost in her energy levels, all without altering her meals. The underlying physiology provides a clear explanation. When muscles remain inactive for too long, insulin sensitivity plummets, meaning your body becomes inefficient at handling blood sugar. Any excess sugar is then promptly shunted directly into fat cells, particularly those around the abdomen. Simultaneously, blood flow slows, causing fatty acids to build up in the bloodstream, which in turn elevates cholesterol levels and intensifies fat storage signals. This direct link explains why women over 60 who spend too much time sitting often observe both an increase in belly fat and rising cholesterol levels concurrently. It is not a coincidence. It is a clear cause and effect relationship. The encouraging news is that the solution is surprisingly simple. Research indicates that merely standing and walking for just 2 minutes every half hour can reverse the majority of this damage. These brief movements reactivate the crucial enzymes that clear fat from your blood, awaken your muscles, and help stabilize blood sugar levels. For senior women, this doesn't necessitate hours at the gym. It's fundamentally about disrupting long periods of sitting time. A short walk to the kitchen, a quick arm stretch, or a lap around the room. These small, consistent movements are entirely sufficient to keep your metabolism active and prevent fat storage. So, if you want to halt the silent weight gain after 60, pay careful attention to the duration of your sitting hours. Exercise certainly matters, yes, but even more impactful is what you choose to do during the other 23 hours of your day. Remaining sedentary for extended periods is indeed the number one mistake that significantly fuels fat gain in senior women. But fortunately, it is also the easiest one to correct if you consciously choose to move a little more often. So now you're aware of the 6 insidious mistakes that often catch women by surprise after the age of 60. Skipping protein at breakfast, falling victim to low-fat food traps, consuming insufficient protein throughout the rest of the day, overeating even healthy snacks, opting for fruit juices instead of plain water, and sitting still for excessively long periods. Each of these mistakes might feel insignificant on its own, but collectively, they clearly explain why so many senior women suddenly experience weight gain, even when they firmly believe they are diligently doing everything correctly. These are not merely cosmetic issues. They directly contribute to serious health concerns such as sarcopenia, muscle loss, diabetes, heart disease, and ultimately, a potential loss of independence. However, here is the genuinely good news. Every single one of these mistakes has a straightforward solution. Consciously choosing whole proteins, thoughtfully embracing healthy fats, carefully portioning your snacks, consistently hydrating with water, and making an effort to move every half hour can quite literally reset your metabolism. These powerful changes don't just result in a smaller waistline. They also vitally protect your heart, enhance your brain health, and safeguard your precious freedom to live life exactly on your own terms. Now, we truly want to hear from you. Which of these described mistakes do you personally find yourself struggling with the most, and which one are you committed to fixing first, starting today? Please share your answer in the comments below. We will be actively reading and replying, as your personal story could potentially inspire and empower another woman to actively fight back against hidden weight gain. If this video has provided valuable insights and opened your eyes, please don't let its impact stop here. Hit the like button so that YouTube can help show this crucial information to even more women over 60. Share it widely with your friends or family members, because you never know who might currently be battling these very silent mistakes. And most importantly, subscribe to our channel so you don't miss the next doctor-backed warning and invaluable advice we uncover. Remember, your body is not betraying you. It is simply responding to your daily choices. By actively fixing these mistakes, you will undeniably take back control, regardless of your age. If you've personally experienced any of these situations or have additional tips to share, please let us know in the comments section. Thank you for watching.